Hey guys, it's Roots. I've been gone a little while. I've had a few health issues which have cleared up, and I'm so happy. And thank you guys who prayed for me, because I think that is always the best healer. Today the video is a request video by a gentleman, which is rare. I hardly ever get request videos by gentlemen, so I really had to honor this. This gentleman, of course we're not going to say his name, he asked me not to even say his page name, is having an issue with his testosterone level. As men age, they decrease, and with decreased testosterone, what goes on with that. So his doctor advised him to be on a low estrogen or no estrogen diet. It's a lot of stuff on the internet and things you can talk to your physicians about, but he asked me if there was a lotion or a product that he could easily make at home, no frills, no fuss, something that he could easily make in his own kitchen, so that he is not putting products on the skin that mimic estrogen, or when they break down are causing estrogen-based issues in the body. There's a lot of oils that actually are very high estrogen, and we'll go over those in just a second. I'm going to show you my little cards first. One of the first things you're not wanting to do is parabens or anything, plastics that have BPA. Surprisingly, sunflower oil can mimic estrogen in the body. So can safflower oil. And the reason I put these on cards, one little lady said, who is French, said that she could not understand my accent, and that's okay, so I wrote it down. Also cottonseed oil, which I love, love, love in Crisco, and I use all the time. Also canola oil can mimic estrogen. Soy, which is one of the highest. Soy oil, soybean, soy tofu, things like that. That can really knock your testosterone level down and increase your estrogen. You can get some of the issues that go along with that, and also they say occasionally with fertility issues. Now flax seed, which was a big surprise, can mimic estrogen in the body, but also it's a high fiber, so it does flush the body. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. But if you're trying to go off all estrogen-based products, you'd want to cut out or cut down on your flax. Now, some of the things that you want to also cut out, which especially this was really appropriate since it was a gentleman, was beer. Beer is very high in estrogen. Nursing mothers, this is excellent for you, though, because it really helps that milk to come down well. But some of the things that you really want to increase in your diet, really, 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 are vegetables that are high in crucifers. I can't say that very well, but anyway, these type of vegetables. Broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, Brazil nuts, and almonds. These things are excellent, excellent, excellent for flushing the body of any extra estrogen. Of course, this is not going to get rid of all your estrogen. That's not what I'm saying. But you don't want any artificial estrogens, which are called xeno, which is with an X, in your body. But we're going to get started. The title of the video today is going to be sauerkraut and shea butter. Because some gentlemen don't like stir-fried cabbage or boiled cabbage. My husband, he loves all that. He hates sauerkraut, but still I hide it in a few other things. But sauerkraut is a really good, easy way to get your cabbage intake. Not only is it helping to flush the body, it helps to get some of that extra estrogen out your system. So go stock up on those sauerkrauts, gentlemen. We're going to get started. Let me get my bowl out of the oven. Ouch! That's just a tad bit on the warm side. We're going to pan down, cameraman. Yay! We have the cameraman back! We're going to start off with shea butter. This is pure shea butter. This is not an exact recipe. The purpose of the video is not to be exact, but to actually just to tell him the products that he's going to need for making his homemade shea butter mix, or actually a body cream / body lotion that would be easy for him to make in his kitchen. And I think this is one of the easier ones. Instead of heating the oil or the butter or whatever, I always like to heat the bowl slightly in the oven. That way the products are easier to whip, because I do a lot of stuff by hand. You can do this with your mixer, but habits are hard to break. So maybe that's half a cup of shea butter. We'll just do that. We're also going to do maybe a 1/4 cup of coconut oil. I love this coconut oil. Not trying to give these people a plug or anything with that Parachute brand. Oh man, if you love the smell of fresh coconut, this is the way to go. We're going to use almond oil. Almond, excellent, 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 excellent emollient, really good for the skin. We're going to put 2 heaping tablespoons of that. And we're also going to use macadamia nut. If you can see that macadamia nut oil, because I keep it in the refrigerator, it gets kind of cold and the bottom is a little bit firmer than the top. Because it costs quite a bit, I am really wanting this to stay as fresh as it can. But when I mix it up in a mix, I don't keep it in the refrigerator. We're also going to put 2 tablespoons of the macadamia nut. And by the way, the almond and macadamia nut oil are one of the higher oils that helps your body to rid itself of extra estrogen, because you're wanting to get rid of some of the extra estrogens that you've picked up from plastics or man-made products or things like that. So you want to get them out of the body as naturally as possible. Eating more broccoli, more fiber-based foods like oatmeal, things like that, cabbage, cauliflower, more citrus fruits. So I think this would be a very easy body cream / lotion that a gentleman could make. And because citrus also help the body to rid itself of any extra estrogen, we're going to use orange oil for the scent. Now you don't have to put any scent because the coconut scents this very well, but I like the smell of that orange oil, so we're going to put some drops in there just because I like it. Get everything in the bowl. Oh man, it smells so good. And because the bowl, like I said, has a little bit of heat, it's not very hot, just a little bit of heat, you're going to be able to easily, see how that is kind of melted a bit because of that little bit of heat from the oven. That's just a quick tip that I do also when I mix things for myself. Because I don't want to put heat to my butters or oils or things like that, I will heat the container, and that kind of helps me out in the end. Let me get my spatula here. And I'm going to whip this a little bit with my spatula, with my, actually my mixer, my beater. I don't know what I'm saying today. Because this is not going to be a shea butter whip per se. This is just a quick body cream for this gentleman to use, something he can easily do. We're not going through a lot of elaborate preparations. And that's pretty much all that we're going to do, just to make sure all the oils are very well incorporated. And as this cools, it will solidify a little bit better. See, everything seems to be mixed well. I'm going to get the jar. One of the other things that I advise is, if you can, I got these canning jars at, I think it was Lowe's, I'm not for sure. But you can buy any size jar for whatever size jar that you're going to make your product. If you're going to store it, I recommend that you store it in glass or buy approved plastics that do not have the BPA in them. And see how quick and easy is that? Something that's good for you, something that's easy to make, and that's going to last him quite a while, because most men, they're not lotioning the entire body like women do. I make this occasionally for a friend of mine who's going through a similar issue. This also would be a very good shea butter mix for a person who is going through cancer. Some women who are going through breast cancer, because soy and things like that increase your estrogen. Some cancers are estrogen based, so you're wanting to get that estrogen level, or not putting things on the skin that mimic estrogen. So this would be a good one that even a cancer patient or a person who has a high cancer risk could use, and hopefully that helps. I hope you like it, sir. If you have any more questions, please send me inbox messages. That way we're not putting our business out on Front Street. But I hope you guys like the sauerkraut and shea butter, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.